Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, Murray. That's complete to Wilson. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll toss it here to Benson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage, but it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a first down as close as they were to the sticks.
Ryman there to haul it in. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down from the red zone. Has it down close. Touchdown, Arizona. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Nicole Hardman now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Hurts now from the gun. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
This finds Smith. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right. You have to attack every inch of the field. And horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
It's a gain of 4 there, and that's a Philadelphia first down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to work.
We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. First down, a run with Barkley. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 2nd and 3 now. They go to Barkley again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal. Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Caught near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send him left out of the slot. 2nd and 1. Buys top. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Cardinals. Backed up here on 3rd and 15. The give now to Benson. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. They get 2 yards on the run. It's 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's Hurts. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference.
Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so
Automatic
put it at the
first
spot
down.
and give him that 1st down. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So now it's going to be third and long. Throwing here, Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Hurts throwing again. That's who is running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got first down from the 31. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got Smith. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. From the red zone now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Hurts trying again on second down. That's incomplete left side.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
On third down, it's Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyer Elam makes the play. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his second interception of the season. On first and 10, it's Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Finds his target, Ryman. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They're now set for first and 10. They'll try it right with Benson. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Sidney Brown in on that stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5. So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting. The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hardman with a return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. They've got first down from the 31. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throw right side, caught by Smith. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throwing for Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10 now from the 30. Hurts now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. First down from the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And it's going to be second down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. To return, Jerome Ford. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They're out and set. First and 10. Play action now. Murray. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. That's complete to Wilson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. It's Benson on the give. Jukes out a one-stop. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Gainwell. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
No contact.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Again, this is Gainwell. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He has the 1st over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. They stick with Gainwell. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a 1st for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. Hurts. This finds Smith. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Eagles about to move to 12-0 on the season. Offense set for a 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Gainwell. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. The Cardinals deciding to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for two. He's throwing for it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Kyler. Able to get it to Benson.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
From the 36. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Benson's got it. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. New set of downs for him from the 46. Murray here on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Taken in by Harrison. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Escapes a defender. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Back to the air, Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Simple.
They've got to keep moving quick here. Trying again, following the sack. Finds his target, Ryman. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Pressure coming, it's Murray. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Cardinals make it an 11-point ball game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Eagles are able to recover. And that should just about do it for us here. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hurts to throw. Cut near the goal line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Gainwell runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 3-score game in the fourth. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this...
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Murray. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Eagles will fly out of here with the road win. And he had a